Hello guys and welcome to another video. In this one we're making my June setup inspired by the Espresso music video by Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know about you, but I've been obsessed with this song since it came out, and I thought why not making a bourgeois theme out of this style. And so I came up with this idea of combining the retro beach style that is in the music video with a few coffee details and some quotes from the song. And to start the cover page, I decided to draw a vintage car similar to the one in the music video, and behind it some surfboards. I chose to do this theme more focused on the retro beach style than on Sabrina because of course not everyone is a fan, and I think this theme is actually really cute to recreate even if you aren't a fan of Sabrina. For the drawing, I'm using my Ohuhu alcohol markers on this piece of sticker paper because of course you can't use alcohol markers in any notebook without it bleeding through the pages, so the only way I found to use this type of markers in my setups is using sticker paper. But I found this idea original from Sophie from Mingo Studio. I'll leave a link to her channel down below. To keep this theme cohesive, I knew I wanted to use only 4 or 5 colors, so I went to Pinterest and searched for Sabrina Carpenter Espresso color palette, and then I just picked one that I liked and went through my markers to see the colors that matched the palette. So in the end, I picked this orange, this blue, a yellow, and a dark brown. Of course, for the shadows, I had to use more shades of the base colors, and to outline, I thought that black was a little too much, so I used dark brown to give a more soft look. With the drawing done, we can start working on the title of the cover page, and for this one, instead of choosing a random font to go with this style, I was inspired by the fonts that appear on the beginning of the music video. These 3 fonts, and you'll see I mix and match these 3 throughout the whole setup because I have to do letters that aren't on the video, so I had to make up these letters for the titles that I wanted, but with a font that matched the other ones. The image that inspired the drawing was this one I found on Pinterest. I think it turned out well, even though drawing cars isn't really my thing, so I'm pretty happy with the result. For the quote page, of course, I had to choose one from the song. So you can sleep, baby I know, that's that me Espresso. I'm trying really hard not to sing the quote, so for the style I went again with a similar font from those 3, and since the cover page is already full, I didn't want any decoration on the left page, so I did this kinda wavy line for the letters to follow, and it gives this groovy, wavy style that I really like. Since I used yellow on the card and blue for the June title, I colored the quote in orange to balance the colors. And to finish, I decided to add highlights to the word espresso because the letters are more bubbly, and I added highlights also to the drawing because I forgot. Moving on to the calendar page, I did the title the exact same as the cover page, but in bigger size. For the notes section, on the left of the calendar, I did the outline of two surfboards. I have been doing these notes or things to do section on the side of the calendar in the last setups, and it actually helps me a lot with task managing because even if I write the task on my week list, I don't know the importance of that task until I see it. So it helps me to prioritize my to-dos. For the calendar, I went with a round shape to go with the soft style. I didn't want any sharp edges. And for the days, I put a little circle in orange in the middle of each box. And of course, Sapphira can see anything still on top of the table without having to check it out. And then I have to drag her and put her on the floor just for her to jump again. I decided to sprinkle some quotes from the song here and there, and for this spread I chose the "My Kiva Dams Are on Vacation," and initially I was going to write with the dark brown fine liner, but I went with the blue marker to bring some color of the title to the bottom of the page. And to decorate the top, I put this patterned beige washi tape with some stickers that I chose from my collection that fit the vibe. I had to bring the coffee theme somewhere, and I found these transfer stickers that I forgot they existed, and I cut some coffee beans and stuck them on the left of the coat. For the weeklies, I had to find a font that had numbers that were kinda bubbly and fun, but still match the fonts from the video. So I found this one also on Pinterest. I think it's by this artist named Audrey Jimenez. The layout is pretty simple. I wanted to fit the first 2 days and the next week together on the same spread because June starts on a Saturday and I always make my week to start on a Monday. So I just made this horizontal layout to fit all 9 days, and on the left page I wanted to make space for some decorations and a mini calendar along with some box for important notes. Using a transfer sticker is pretty easy, but keep in mind that you have to stick them on paper and make sure they are flat, otherwise they won't transfer onto the page nor onto any sticker or material that is behind them. For the rest of the weeklies, I made the same layout, which is this one. Basically, each page is divided in 4 boxes, and then you pick one of the boxes to erase and use the space for decoration. I made the numbers with the same font on each top corner of the boxes and the days of the week in the bottom corner. Since I colored the other numbers in blue, I painted these ones in orange, and I have to admit that drawing and coloring the numbers was pretty tiring, but I really like how they turned out, so I think it was worth it. I did the other weeklies off camera because it was the exact same thing over and over, and I added these lines in some of the boxes just to have a little something. Moving on to the habits and mood tracker, I did the titles also in this wavy line and then put the trackers randomly on the page to keep the style flowy and not so structured. I made the mini calendars also in a rounded shape to match the main calendar, and for the title of each one I just painted a line with the orange marker. For the quote in the bottom I wrote this one: move it up down, left right oh, switch it up like Nintendo. I chose this one mainly because I track my gaming. I don't play Nintendo, but since it was a game mentioned on the song, I thought it was fun to put it in there. For the mood tracker, I actually liked how my May mood tracker turned out. If you want to see my May setup, I'll put the link down below. And so I draw this beach scene with surfboards, a sunshade, and a hat, and divided them in 30 spaces to color in. I was inspired by surfboards that appear in a music video like these ones. And say welcome to my other cat, Cindy. She finally decided it was time for you to know her. She's 1 year younger than Safira and it's more quiet and sleepy. So she usually doesn't like to make appearances, but here she is. After I chose the colors for the mood tracker, I made the titles for the habits that I'm going to track, which is reading, skincare, no biting my nails, that is a very bad habit of mine, Duolingo because I'm learning French, and gaming. Next is my content planner and my favorites page. To start, I'm making the title similar to the other ones, and the layout is pretty much the same thing that I do every month. Basically, I divide the space into two boxes, one for my video ideas and the other to track my progress into those videos. So I can see if I already recorded the video, if I have to edit, make the voiceover, and then if I already publish it. In the right page, I wanted to put my favorites of the month, so I just made 5 boxes in different sizes, and in them I'm going to write or draw my favorites. For example, a favorite book, a movie, something that I bought, a concert, since I'm going to see 2 concerts this month. It can be anything that I liked in June. For the quote, I chose the "I'm working late because I'm a singer" because I'm going to see Olivia Rodrigo and that it's going to be in my favorites for sure. I really liked the 1 line a day page that I did in May, so I wanted to continue to use it since I found it really therapeutic to kind of combine all the things or the feelings that I felt during that day into a simple phrase. For the other page, since I'm going to see different singers, I decided to include a summer vibes playlist. And I'm only going to include songs from the artists that I'm going to see. Basically, 1 song from Olivia Rodrigo, 1 song from Dessert, Just Girls, and For Taste. These are 3 Portuguese bands that are from a series that I saw during my youth, and they are making a return, so I wanted to keep my favorites in my journal. Moving on to the last spread of this setup, I made a currently happening in my life. This I saw on Pinterest, and I think the original artist is My Blue Sky Design. So we're in June, obviously, and it's middle of the year, so the perfect time to check all the things in my life. So what I'm doing, what I'm reading, what I'm seeing, everything basically. And I think it's pretty fun to do these check-ins in the middle of the year, just to see if my habits changed, if I like another genre of movies, etc. The layout is just a bunch of boxes. On the top, a little emoji kind of thing, and in the bottom, the title of the box. To decorate, I just put washi tape and a little transfer sticker to keep it all cohesive with the rest of the setup. I thought that boxes were pretty bare, so I brought the other colors and coloring the emojis, and I think it made a huge difference. And now it's time for the final flip through. I really liked how this theme turned out. I hope you guys like it too. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, it helps so much. And comment down below if you also are a fan of Sabrina Carpenter, because I think she is very underrated, and I'm a fan of hers since her Disney Channel era. Also, if you aren't a fan, it's okay. This theme is more focused on the retro beach vibe for those of you who don't like Espresso or Sabrina or whatever. And with that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!